Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, April 4th, 2020, and you can see it's a gray and somewhat drizzly morning. Hopefully you got to take in the view of downtown Allentown from the top of that hill. I am on Route 145, MacArthur Road, heading south. Thought I'd make a video today because I'm out on an essential errand. I suppose the value of that errand could be debatable. I've had an appointment scheduled for service on this truck. I scheduled it well over a month ago before this virus took hold. Well, it took hold elsewhere, but we didn't have any kind of restrictions here. And I'm hoping where I'm going is open. I've seen conflicting information online as to whether they're open or closed. As far as I know, the appointment's not canceled. So I'm driving down to Kraus Toyota in Briningsville, Pennsylvania. That's where I bought this truck from. Going on 6 years. It's about 5.5 years I've had this truck. Bought it used. Great dealer. I love that dealer. This is the second vehicle I bought from them. Admittedly, honestly, I wouldn't be going out if I didn't really feel it was important to get this done. Kind of turning into a germaphobe along with the rest of the world. That's never been my nature. But it's incredibly difficult to get these weekend appointments. As you guys know, I work full-time. I really hate squandering vacation days to go get the truck serviced. Sometimes I've had to in the past. And right now, the state of Pennsylvania, despite the stay-at-home orders and the closure of many businesses, they still consider auto repair shops to be an essential business. This truck is my lifeline to the world. I don't live in a place that I can walk to other places. My MR2 is still not running. That was going to be a spring project to get that going again. We'll see what happens with that. But for now, this truck's my lifeline. So I don't want to let the maintenance on it slip. The truck is getting up there in the years, but I still want to keep it for the long haul. So I want to keep it running. I want to keep it good. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much about the truck. I wanted to start off with some happy news. I was hoping the weather was going to be some happy news because you could have had some great views of South Mountain and downtown Allentown, but Pennsylvania weather's not cooperating, so that's not the good news. The good news is our dear friend Dennis 78382. He went through 2 surgeries and he's now out of the hospital. He's back to roaming the streets of Rockport and Corpus Christi. So watch out. Dennis is on the prowl again. So glad you're recovering, Dennis. And Dennis let me know that a couple people from this channel did see my video last weekend and did offer to help, or did help Dennis out. So I don't know who did, but I really, really, really thank you very much for that. Dennis is always a generous guy, and now it's his time of need, and I'm glad that some of us could pull through to help him out. So continue your recovery, Dennis. You've emerged from it with your sense of humor intact, so I'm sure everything's going to be fine. So the road I'm on now, I don't think I've ever done a driving video on this road. As you look around, you can kind of see why. It's not, now we're not in the prettiest place. This is one, like I said, Route 145 South, better known locally as MacArthur Road. This is Whitehall Township, and this part of the road it's a divided highway, lots of New Jersey style jug handles, as you can see here, and lots and lots and lots of shopping centers, wall-to-wall shopping centers. I'm actually seeing more people out and about than I would have expected. Whoa, okay, I was just looking at that car ahead. At a quick glance, I thought that was a Nissan Skyline. It's not. I believe that's a Maxima, but I get excited when I see Skylines. They were not... This is a diversion. Nissan Skylines have never been sold in the United States, but now the ones that are older than 25 years can now be imported into the U.S. And I have seen a couple on the streets, and that always excites me, but that's a whole nother topic. Anyway, that was not a Nissan Skyline, but at a quick glance I got a little over-enthused. I mean, it's 7:45 a.m. on a Saturday. It's normally pretty quiet on this road at this hour. If this were a weekday, you'd see a lot of people commuting into downtown Allentown. This road can get positively gridlocked. You get any nice weekend day under non-pandemic conditions, and it's just stop and go to every single one of these lights. I mean, that light at the top of the hill, that's the jug handle that'll take you into the Lehigh Valley Mall. And from the point that I just started yammering about that, I've had times where it's taken me 20 minutes to reach that light. I don't particularly enjoy shopping, so I try to avoid this area, but usually when I do the services on the truck, I come down, I usually get the first appointment on a Saturday morning, and pandemic or not, the traffic you're seeing right now is actually pretty typical for a Saturday morning. Maybe a tiny bit light, but doesn't really feel apocalyptic. Now, if I drive this in a couple hours on the way home, it's probably going to feel weird. Anyway, you can see ahead, hopefully the bus isn't blocking the view too much, that tall red brick building straight ahead on this road. That's where I work. That is 2 City Center. Of course, now I'm going to turn off to take a quick glance at the Allentown skyline, because now we're leaving it. I haven't set foot in downtown Allentown since Monday, March 16th. On that day, they had called us into the conference room after lunch and told us they were giving us the option to work from home. They were a little reluctant to do it, so I was surprised they did, but I was also grateful they did. So that Monday I packed up my stuff to take it home. I almost made a video driving out of downtown Allentown that day, but it was so surreal that I almost couldn't find the words. But to try to put that into words now, they had told us, okay, you can work from home for 2 weeks and then we'll reevaluate, and I gotta tell you, my gut feeling when I was leaving downtown Allentown was, you're not gonna be back here in 2 weeks. Couldn't put an exact time frame on it, but I gotta be honest, I felt like I was leaving it, or at least that job, for the last time. Maybe that sounds a little extreme, but my gut feeling said it's gonna be months, if ever. We're currently at 3 weeks. I continue to work from home. The Pennsylvania governor, he extended the stay-at-home mandate now through April 30th. I still think it's going to be extended. I personally, if I had to take a guess, and boy, this is just a guess, and that's all people can do right now, my guess is that I'm going to be home till mid-May, maybe Memorial Day, maybe early June. It's still my intention to find another job. That task has gotten to be considerably more difficult in the last weeks, to the point that I was just gearing up to start my job hunt. I've temporarily put that on hold. Ironically, in the last 3 days, I've had 2 people reach out to me, not with job offers, but with, we'll say, offers to interview for jobs. That sounds like it should be exciting, but I don't think I'm going to pursue either one. The reason being, both are still in my current field, which, from prior videos, I'm trying to change fields. More importantly, both would require me to relocate. And for one, I don't really want to relocate, period. At least not right now. 2, even if I wanted to, right now the housing market is seized up along with the rest of the economy. I don't know that I could even do it if I wanted to, but you know, the bottom line is I'm not really interested in relocating for another position that's just more of the same when I put so much effort into trying to gain new skills so I could do something different. Something, you know, hopefully more fulfilling, hopefully better pay, hopefully better security. And of course you get into these desperate times and you question your own wisdom with that. But yeah, for now I think I'm just hanging on to the job I've got. I like working from home. I know people have very mixed feelings about it, but for me, I am so much more focused. I'm so much more productive. I'm so much more comfortable. It's a good deal for me, and I have a good workspace for it. So I know a lot of people are, you know, working off tray tables and ironing boards and whatever kind of something they can rig together. I'm fortunate. I've got a nice home office, but enough about that. I don't know if anyone listens to these ramblings. I think a couple of you do. So moving on, what's a better topic to talk about? You know, it probably goes without saying, I know over the winter I did a series of driving videos where I talked about my plans for the year ahead. A lot of that involved some semi-local travel to hopefully ride some trains and watch some trains and go to some train museums and see more of Pennsylvania. You could probably guess that ain't happening. I had actually started planning a short trip to Altoona, Pennsylvania in early April. And I had started doing that planning. It feels like a lifetime ago, but it was, you know, it was about 3-4 weeks ago, mid-March, around the same time I started working home. And I was on the verge of booking a couple hotels, and something just told me, you know, hold off, you know, wait and see if this pandemic thing gets serious or not before you book. And that gut feeling was spot on, so I never got as far as even booking that. Will I do any of that in the fall? Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I don't know how long these restrictions are going to go on. You know, there's talk that even if they start relaxing some of the social distancing, it's not going to be, you know, they're saying, honestly, we might need to wait till there's a vaccine, till life gets fully back to normal. And that could be 12 to 18 months. You know, at this point, I'm just taking it day to day. I'm really trying not to make plans. The only thing I do have planned, gosh, I'm hoping this can still be done. But my gut feeling says it's not going to happen. Rob Zombie is going to be playing in Bethlehem on August 2nd. I managed to get myself a really good seat. I got 2 tickets. I'd be going with a friend. We were both really, really excited to get the tickets. And now we're not getting our hopes up. I mean, it's, you know, they haven't really canceled anything yet. You know, it seems like April and May, everything's gotten canceled. They're still hoping life goes on beyond that. But we'll see. At this point, I'm just not scheduling anything. I'm not planning anything. But, I'll be plenty busy. I mean, I've had a little bit of a hard time sinking my teeth into new projects just because, you know, like everybody, I'm kind of in a state of shock, and, you know, every couple of hours there's, you know, new news coming out that just makes everything feel so much worse. So, you know, I'm going to try to turn that around today. I've got, you know, I've mentioned 500 times, I've got a lot of video to edit. By the time you see this video, you will have seen, when I get home, I'm going to post another video I did about a month ago on that impromptu day trip up to Jim Thorpe. It's going to be a drive through Lehigh Gorge State Park. A lot of that will parallel the railroad and the D&L trail. So I'm going to post that when I get home. This video, even though I'm filming it on Saturday morning, is probably going to go up Sunday morning just to space things out a little bit. And I think what I'd like to commit to doing beyond this, I mean, you'll still get, you know, the regular weekly dose of little videos along the way. As I mentioned a while ago, too, I have 2 new video editors. I have one by Corel, and now I'm forgetting the name. But I also have Adobe Premiere Pro. I have Adobe After Effects, which actually I'm really, really interested in learning those. Those things, let's stop at this light here. That was a little dicey about running that one. Take note, Tracy. That's what you do at stop signs and red lights. We gotta help each other out with those things. So that's my my driving tip to you this week. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects. Those are professional grade software. You know, they, from what I understand, you know, some of the TV shows and movies and professional videos you see are done with those. So, and actually I see them pop up in the job ads sometimes too. You know, I'm not necessarily pursuing a career in video editing, but I think in this day and age it's you know, it's a great supplemental skill. I mean, my main interest is web design and technical documentation, and these days a lot of that is going video. So it's not only something fun I can do, maybe make better videos for this channel, hopefully make better videos, but you know, could help me out professionally as well. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to start sinking my teeth into that. It's probably gonna be a little bit till you see results from that. Every video you've seen so far from me has been edited in iMovie on Mac OS. It's not the most powerful editor. It gives you the basics, and it's easy enough to use, you know, once you start to figure it out. So, you know, what I want to do with Premiere, I've been wanting to do this warehouse documentary series that I've talked about forever, and some of the footage is already a year old, and oh my god, this just made my day. Do you see what's straight ahead there? That white car? That is one of the new Toyota Supras. It's white. Is that white or silver? I think it's silver, actually. The lighting is making things difficult. Hell, I might make a video of that car. Something to do while they service this truck. Alright, let me pull this around. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and I hope this place is actually open. We'll find out in a second. And stay tuned for more oh so exciting videos. I really don't know if this is open. Well, to be continued. Alright, so here's the epilogue. There's a note on the door. All operations are closed. Damn. Yeah, I guess that's on me. I really should have called them yesterday to confirm that this was still whether it was canceled or not. You would have thought they would have called me. I had a lot of other appointments scheduled in recent weeks that I did get calls saying that they were canceled. Alright, well, what the hell, we're here. I'm going to check out this Supra. We'll make another video of the Supra. And you guys stay safe and you stay healthy, and hopefully these videos will start taking on a more positive note real soon. Alright, you have a good weekend. Goodbye.